What's up, Horde? I am here, and I have one of my favorite interviews because this is one of my favorite fucking people on the internet and TikTok. It is Slamdad. Slamdad, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you for coming on. So this has been like months in the making of trying to get through everything. So like that's awesome to have you. I used to work in the music industry, and this is my secret way of still talking about metal and being a metal nerd, like without actually working in the music industry anymore. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so how are things? How's TikTok going? I'm sure you're
Oh,
over.
it's the normal thing. Yeah, I just goof around on TikTok. Sometimes I'm paying attention and trying to be engaging, and sometimes I'm just doing whatever I want to do for fun and trying to figure out what I want to do. If I wanted to focus more on YouTube or Instagram or just make different styles on all of them, but generally I'm just going to be the same lovable asshole.
I love it too. Listen, what are you always on your posts on TikTok too? I know, like I can always go in there and say crazy off the wall shit, and it'll be accepted because that's just like kind of the brand over there, and I fucking love it, dude. Like it's what I do on this show. So, um, I guess I usually start out every interview by just saying like I ask the guests, tell me who you are, if like in your own words, like if that's all you had to tell me, what would you tell me about you?
I'm a metal content creator, been a lifelong or mostly lifelong metalhead, and just always looking for more extreme and insane music. And that turned me into an elitist gatekeeper in some ways. And so I just goof around online and always I've always been a little bit of a troll, whether it's on comment boards or whatever. And so jumped onto TikTok and was able to build at least some kind of recognition for what I do.
Yeah, dude, TikTok's the place. Like if you don't take yourself too seriously and you want to troll people, TikTok's the fucking place because there are people ready to be trolled on TikTok all day, every day. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but now I go on and now I start my Instagram account and I have a bunch of random people just saying crazy worse stuff. Way worse than on TikTok. TikTok like will censor all that crap out, but there's just awful people on Instagram.
oh yeah, no, Instagram's they're just over there fucking the Wild West in it over there on Instagram. They don't care. Like everybody's moved on to TikTok to be like the woke mob. So Instagram's just free reign. They're just
Pretty
saying
much.
anything and everything over there. So
Yeah.
well, that's cool. Like maybe some people may not be. I mean, like I love metal too. So like your name's Slam Dad. Like, what would you tell people like if they're starting to get into metal or whatever? And like most people may not be familiar with slam. Like fucking like what even slam I think is like the perfect thing for you too. Like if you see it in your content, you go, oh, obviously that dude is into slam, of course. Like,
Yeah, I mean I've been into slam kind of since Devourment really like came out with Butcher the Week. That was one of my first albums. I'm like, oh hell, yeah. Now I'm hooked on that shit.
right.
Took a didn't follow it closely because it was pretty bare in the early 2000s. Like Cephalotripsy was the only one, which is uh, another slam band. But basically, like slam is taking everything from death metal and making it as awful as possible, much worse. Like that's the whole point of slam. And it's fun. It's a lot of people don't take it seriously. I probably take it more seriously than most because I find it interesting that it is a perspective on humanity and how awful humans can be, and I appreciate that. And then I also, of course, dabble into black metal, which is again another awful music genre, but I love all that shit. So I go along with it and I make content about it. And yeah.
I I think your content is like the way you poignantly like pull everything into like making it about like black metal or slam or whatever. Like I just watched your post about why fucking black metal bands should all hate we should all hate Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And why listen, don't hate on Islam. We need to Christianity is where we need to focus. I was like, dude, this is the best post I've ever fucking seen. Like that
I
sort of
mean,
shit is
yeah, there's so much like layers of metal around the world that to just focus on whatever bands that you like or not wanting to crap on popular things or whatever. It's all like no, that's kind of outside of that seems like not metal to me.
right.
If you're not
Right.
if you're not complaining about something, like where's the fun?
Right. Yeah, you should be miserable in some way, or at least complaining about it in a poignant way.
Yeah, yeah.
Just no, listen, and you make it really fun though. Like, and that's I'm saying, like, it's it's really fun to see your posts. And listen, my favorite posts of yours are when you're like, listen, the black gays, and like you're obviously talking about, and it's always like I'm just wait, I can hear the clicks, like, oh, this motherfucker. And I'm obviously talking about bands. Like,
Oh yeah. I love being able to say crazy shit, and it sounds crazy offensive. If I can come up with a crazy offensive phrase and then turn it into something like that isn't that bad at all, like that's my favorite when I can do that, and it gets some recognition. Like a lot of them, because they're so like offensive, they automatically like get pushed down in the algorithm. But I still love doing those videos.
those are always my favorite ones. And like even the metal scene, like obviously, yeah, like like gatekeeping's kind of become a meme of itself. But like as like you said, like an elitist gatekeeper, but it's like I don't think all elitist gatekeepers are nearly as fun as you are as an elitist gatekeeper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they take stuff too seriously, but there's no like tongue in cheek in it at all. But it's funny, like, you hear your stuff, like, because I can tell, like, even sometimes when you're like, yeah, it might suck, but like, I'm gonna tell people it sucks because they like it. Like, like, so many people, no, like, I personally, I like Kubla Khan, but I see why the fucking hate gets stuck and shredded, heaped on them. And so many people suck Matt Honeycutt's dick on fucking TikTok that, like, literally as soon as you mention Kubla Khan, angry dudes are like, bro, what? Bro.
I know. Like, I think one of my favorite things about doing this stuff is like poking the buttons of people that are just so sensitive about things that have nothing to do with them. It does not matter at all, and they are going to hold on to those till the end. And I can just keep trashing it till the end, and I don't care that much. Like, I trash everybody. It's just
Right.
fun, and that's always been. Metal horror madman, like the only reason he and I are mutuals is because I like went into his comments and started making fun of him.
That's that's awesome, dude. Like, all that sort of shit, like, dude, like, people like Ronnie Radke and shit or whatever, like, obviously, like, I have fuck Ronnie Radke in my name because fuck that dude. But like, literally, like, that people, like, especially people that come to his defense, are so staunchly defending the dude. And I'm like, honestly, man, I met the man. He's a fucking piece of shit in real life too, bud. Like, it's just not a, like, I get it, man. Like, he fucking pushes a lot of buttons, but it's just like, no, listen, that's pretty on brand for him, man. So that sort of
Yeah.
thing is just like, I don't know, finding people over there, like, aggravating people on TikTok or saying crazy shit. Like, I had people arguing with me about memes on Instagram one time because they thought they were offensive. I'm like, are you arguing with me about a meme on the fucking internet, dude? Go fucking stop angry typing in the comments. Go home. Just, I
Uh,
don't care, dude. Like,
yeah.
it's just so many people take it so seriously. And like, it's like people, I don't ever go on Reddit because like that's a fucking weird rabbit hole of nonsense. I went in there like one time and like posted some shit of like, like 30 albums that I thought like people should know, just like in like r/metalcore or something. And like it was like metalcore and hardcore and deathcore. And it was like it was organized in my head by how I remember them, not like how you fucking feel they're fucking should be categorized. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole knock loose, hardcore and metalcore. Well, I don't fucking care. Like,
Yeah.
and so like I posted them, and dude, nobody commented on the albums. It was just all the hate of how they were fucking organized. And I was like, dude, one, I don't care. Two, fucking who cares? Like, what fucking, I
It's
don't have any other comments other than that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in elitist chat boards for years. I kind of stopped. I stopped when I started doing TikTok, like, because who cares? I can make my own content and have my own conversations. But like, I've always tried to understand the sound of whatever and tried to categorize it all. And yeah, I could easily shit on people for saying the wrong thing, but like, that's what I did when I was in my 20s. And
Right.
now
Like,
it's like, why would I care?
when I was much younger and like I was doing like tour management stuff, like somebody asked me one time, like, what's the difference between like post hardcore and metalcore or whatever? And like I broke it down very poignantly, like I wrote out a whole thing. And then I went back and read it the other day and I was like, I fucking don't care. I don't even want to read this. This is fucking nobody gives a shit, dude.
Yeah.
So fucking who cares? Like,
Yeah. I mean, the only reason all of the categories exist is to be able to organize bands. Like, this band sounds like is in this style, so you might like a bunch of bands like that. That's the
right.
only reason all of it matters. And at the end of the day, like, okay, they cross so many different genres. Some metalcore bands sound like deathcore half the time, or the other way around. Like, it doesn't matter, but it's also fun to piss people off with it.
Oh, it's like that's definitely can poke the bear with people like that. But as I tell people, like I'm happier with like the granted, like maybe some modern metal, like metal sucks, but there's a lot of good metal out there if you find what you're looking for. And like a lot of it is now just sounding like crossing over, where like metalcore bands are sounding like deathcore bands, and deathcore bands are having metalcore riffs, and it's like, God, I remember the days when it was like, keep your metalcore to my deathcore, keep your deathcore to my metalcore, like that sort of shit. Where it's like, dude, like fucking, it really doesn't matter. Like,
Oh man.
I don't know.
I was on chat boards when metalcore and deathcore were just coming out, and if you even mentioned any bands, you were automatically garbage opinions.
Yep. Like it's like, yeah, I remember like being like that in my early 20s and being like, it's like you said, the fucking, you believe in flat Earth. Like, okay, I can no longer respect anything you say. Like,
That's it. Yeah,
that sort of
no,
thing.
it's funny. I mean, and I'm so entertained that it's still around today because I got some of the hardcore metalcore people are the biggest gatekeep, the like elitists with styles and everything, like
Oh
worse
yeah.
than death metal. Most metalheads kind of have moved on, don't care that much other than like black metal. But yeah, metalcore and hardcore, they are
Boy,
super elitist about that.
they're very sensitive about fucking whoa. That's not a hardcore band. Like, dude, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like there's a lot of people wearing flannel shirts and beanies here. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, who are some of the bands that you're listening to? Like, yeah, that's why I was like, go. I even asked you, like, hey, listen, like, I need some more like slam in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have dipped my toes in the slam stuff, but like, like who's I always like to listen to like people who I know have good music taste. Who the
Yeah.
fuck are they listening to?
I mean, I'm always cycling through bands and different things. Like today, I was listening to a slam playlist that's like vituperate emasculation and child cemetery and just crazy bands like that. Oh, embryectomy. Um, and then of course I'll go to like more black metal stuff. Find like Cerastus and fucking Odenskep and just bands that I can't even pronounce. And then I want to jump into like grind and I dig a lot of like gore grind. I have like a couple skate, which is like mincecore stuff, and
Uh,
that's like a good playlist for me with has Haggis and Gothicles and tons of crazy just gore grind type sounds to it, and I just love it.
I love that you can almost judge by like bands like that. If you go, if I have to put band after, if I Google their name and I have to put band after it, otherwise I get the craziest medical imagery ever, they might be a good band. Or if they sound inherently like you're saying some shit in Latin, okay, I want to hear. Like they might be good. That sort of things.
Like there's bands that I didn't even realize were words, and then I find out that they're usually like gross female anatomy things and stuff. But that
Yeah.
goes with the territory.
Absolutely, absolutely. But, what is your? 'Cause I always like to ask people this. What is your thought on like the production value that like a lot of like death metal bands and stuff and like deathcore bands and stuff? Everybody's into like the MySpace sound of like the production levels really low and it's real kind of crazy muddy. I'm like, dude, deathcore and like all that stuff, metal in general got like a bump production wise like 10 years ago. Why are we going backwards now? People are like, I fucking love it. Like, what?
It depends. Like it's a mood. You got to set the mood and the feel for the music. And so there's certain styles that it works great with. Like if you have the most polished, clean black metal album, it's gonna sound like shit. It just is because it's not supposed to be so polished.
Polished.
It ends up sounding like a blackened deathcore or something like that because it's just too clean. But then you
Right.
get like metalcore should be pretty clean unless you start to get in some chaotic stuff, and then it's better to get it a little muddy, like having some crazy guitar tones that kind of mix with the drums well when it is a little weaker on the production. But it depends on the band, depends on the style that they're going for. You're not gonna get as big of a following if you have the cleanest production. But like even Cattle Decapitation has super clean production and insane, death grind stuff. And it's just like when they went early on, they were pretty muddy and bad production, but now they're super clean and it sounds great. So it just depends.
Yeah, capital communication's been around for fucking a million years too, dude. Like that, They've been
Yeah.
doing the damn thing forever and still killing it. Still
Travis
killing it.
Ryan's just a beast. I love that guy. One of the best live bands. I've seen him probably a dozen times, and I love it every time.
Hell yeah. Like I've never seen him. Like there's dudes like that like fucking like as I'm like learning harsh vocals and taking vocal lessons and all that stuff. And like I hear people like that and I'm like, fucking listen, man, like I've made it pretty far, but what the fuck? How do you like what the fuck?
He's just constantly trying to do like, and that's he's one of those metal elitists that's just trying to overdo it and go above and beyond every time. And that's like one of the things that you gotta love and respect about a lot of these metal bands that just keep pushing the envelope forward. It's not You're not making the giant leaps like we used to, but they're still out there. There's still crazy things happening, and even Will Ramos. Like I'm not a big, not a deathcore fan by any means, and Lorna Shore is just not my thing. But yeah, Will Ramos is an awesome guy. He's like one of the few popular people that I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you're popular.
Yeah, like him and like I fucking Tom Barber. Like I like Chelsea Grin, but fucking the shit he does with Darko. Like every time I play Darko for somebody and they go, "What is this alien noise shit you're playing for me?" I go, "Yeah, I fucking love these dudes because it's just such insanity." And I go, "It's only those two guys." Like
Yeah.
he's always making some kind of crazy. I love like I know some people don't love deathcore, but the inherent like metal thing where everybody's trying to make the craziest, most fucking off the wall animal crazy noises that they can make. And like, you know, Will Ramos and all them, like you fucking just have these dudes making noises where I'm like, dude, I don't think I could do that with my voice ever. Like that seems crazy.
Yeah.
To even think how you even fucking do that.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, I love that. I love that. I have a massive amount of respect for a lot of the deathcore bands and what they do. Just I think the choppiness of it really turns me off. But then I can get into metalcore and I'm fine. Like it's just like if I want it choppy, I want to go towards more metalcore stuff. If I want something extremely brutal and heavy, I'm going to go to more death metal stuff. And somehow I can't bridge the two.
do you like any some of the like I know there's a lot of new like deathcore stuff that came out here recently, like Signs of the Swarm. And like do you like Larcinia Row?
They have some interesting stuff. Like I've gone into a lot of checked out a lot of that stuff. I was listening to Psycho Frame. Okay, so
That's the
Psycho
other
Frame.
one.
That
Yeah.
one like has blown up pretty good, but they have a side project. Two of the guys in that band have a side project called Drowned in Concrete or Drowned Under Concrete. Way better. I'd always choose that over Psycho Frame just because it's slam, and I love it, and it makes sense to me. But the Psycho Frame stuff is like, okay, that's cool. It sounds cool, but nah, I can't really
Not
get
quite
into
your
that.
thing.
Yeah,
I feel it. I feel
yeah.
it. Fucking
But
so. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna like, yeah, the thing that I was just gonna hate on Alex Terrible a little bit because I hate that guy. Like I think hate's probably a stronger word than I need, but he's like one of the dumbest people in the mainstream or higher end of metal, and just why are you using a drum track, adding a dumb robot out there? Your music's not that complicated. Why can't you just find any drummer that can play decent and get them on stage?
Right.
Everything he does is just the dumbest decision I could imagine.
Yeah, like I heard so much shit about like how they run their tours and shit, and I was just like, oh my lord, like that's crazy. And the fact that like their album, I don't know if you heard that album, but it is fucking like half of it is like, did they just discover music? What is happening? Like, I swear to God, it's like some of it is really like, bro, what? They're supposed to be like,
and he tries to act like he's reinventing vocal styles and stuff that's been around for like 10, 15 years. And it's just like, just shut up. Just go fight your bears and leave everybody alone. It's just so annoying.
yeah, I'm listening, like, and he leaned into the whole bear thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? To call your fucking album American Grizzly and then have it suck a bag of dicks. It's like, okay, man. Like, fucking, come on, bro.
It's on brand. It's on brand for him.
It is. And like, he's just, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, he's one of those people was like, listen, I get it. He's got like a very powerful voice and stuff, but he's not out there fucking like doing anything magical. Like nothing like I you know, I think somebody like I said, I have a big man crush on Tom Barber, so you have to fucking forgive me. But like people like Tom Barber, like I think are out there doing way more fucking cool shit, especially with Darko, than fucking Slaughter Prevail can do in 100 years.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it has to do with like the vibrato that he has of like he thinks he's the best person in the world. Like every time I hear him talking, that's kind of the message that I'm getting, and it's right in line with Ronnie Radke. Like all of those guys, the most successful bands are the ones that are really just the most obnoxious people, and they have the most fans too, which just tells me more about all of the people around us that are just idiots.
Yeah, no, listen, I swear to God, like I love like girls and shit that are like, I just love Falling in Reverse. I'm like, one, it's shitty music. Two, that dude's a human piece of shit. I have been around him in real life, and he's a pussy. So fuck it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to break your heart, but fuck that dude. Like,
Uh, I have like a love hate relationship with Roddy because I've done like 2 videos where I really like poke his buttons, and all I can do is just like I try to compliment him a lot. It gets under his skin, and like he follows me on other, like I had another account that he followed me on, and he was commenting there. Like he will comment on my videos way more than I expected, but because I think I just
that's
got under him because he can't
like
say much when I compliment him in such a sarcastic way. Like he just makes up stuff to try and come back at me, and it's so bad.
that's hilarious, dude. Yeah, because he's like, I know this dude's giving me bullshit, but he's being so nice about it. Like, fucking,
It's the best, and it's my favorite. Like, yeah, yeah. So I would love to meet him in real life and just like I don't know, joke around with him more. But I don't know. I don't think that'll ever
not a
happen.
real
I think
joke.
he really hates me.
Not in my experience. Not a real joking person in real life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But
I'm not surprised. Like, yeah, I think that he's just there to make some money, and he does a great job at that.
listen, that's the one thing I hate is like he is kind of like, granted, he is an asshole, but like his trolling level is getting up there where it's like he's just trolling to troll now. And like,
Mhm.
granted, like he's not making super interesting music, but he's making music that's digestible enough that he's fucking raking, he's backing up the fucking Brinks truck. And it's like, well, I mean, I can't fucking hate you with the business, man. You're fucking killing it there.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, and he like everything that comes out of his mouth is either he's the greatest, or you should buy his stuff, or talking about how great the world around him is. I mean that's his brand, and it works,
Yeah.
and he's successful. So all I can do is be sarcastically grateful for him.
Sarcastically grateful. It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. Who are some of your other quote unquote favorite people in the like? That's what I like. That's my metal news. I don't even listen to other metal news. I just wait for you to say some shit about him. Like, let me get the real side of the fucking story.
I don't know. I don't even like. I wait till somebody does something stupid, and that's when I like pay attention and I do some research and figure out what's going on. Like most of my stuff, I'm just trying to weed through what the slam scene is doing and what black metal bands are doing stuff. Yesterday I spent a couple hours scrolling through the metal archives of every black metal release this year. And it was like 2,000 releases just to see if I could recognize any bands that put out some new stuff, see if I'm missing anything.
Right.
Because I keep a playlist of that one and all the brutal stuff that I listen to, and that's how I keep tabs on what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I don't really care about much of the popular stuff. The only popular band I actually enjoy Sleep Token.
That's not, listen, that is a hot take because I did not see that coming. But I listen, people hate on them so much. I'm like, dude, they're really good. If you don't like that music, I question all of your other music tastes because it's just it's fucking good music, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I will never admit that they're a metal band by any means, but I appreciate that they have enough metal influence in their sound that it makes people interested, makes people think, hey, maybe metal's not that bad, and then they find out it really is that bad. But I do. Sleep Token's great for the intro to metal and hanging out with normal people that want to hear something that is not that they don't want to demand you turn off immediately. It's great for that, and it's unique.
I love trolling Sleep Token fans. Like I'm a Sleep Token fan, but I love being like, yeah, Sleep Token's cum metal. Like the cum metal fucking label infuriates them, and then like they have a song called Damocles. This is the only time you're ever gonna hear me say that word because I always call it Damocles, and you just watch people's head implode. Just Damocles, like I've never heard of this Damocles you speak of, but Damocles, I've heard of the myth with the sword, and they're like, motherfucker, dude, like every time.
My daughter freaks out if you call that song caramel. If you call it caramel,
yeah, I do that too. Like, yeah, dude, caramel. And they're like, no, caramel. I'm like, I'm not British, motherfucker, so it's caramel over here. Listen, and all these girls are like, they're so into like, I don't know who they are, and I said, hey, listen, I got personal pictures from friends of theirs. I know what they look like without the mask. I see why they did the mask thing. That dude's name's Leo Faulkner. Fuck you. And they're like, what? No, don't tell me that. And I'm like, dude, listen, it's the worst kept secret on the internet, man. Like, it's fucking like, no hate to them. They're nice guys, but fucking Jesus, dude. Like, let's fucking drop it at this point. Like,
I did not know that. Yeah, that's hilarious.
they look very British. That's all I can tell you. Like, as much like as British as you want them to look when they take the mask off. Like, I tell people, I'm like, you fucking fawn over vessel. If that dude takes that mask off, you're gonna go, fuck. That's an ugly motherfucker. Like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun. So like they just all look very British, but they're really good musicians. I love the drummer. The drummer's really good. The guitar player's fucking solid. Like they're a fun band. They put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like
yeah.
Sleep Token would have not been one of the bands that fucking
I'm gonna go see them in October, so I'm excited.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
That's dope. Fucking what are some you got some more metal hot takes? Dude, I love your metal hot takes. That's every fucking one of your posts is like a weird metal hot take. I just
I know. I'm like I'm always got to have random ideas in my head and stuff that I'm like trying to bounce around and stuff. The video that I'm like figuring out how to do is like I want to do a anti or not anti or opposition to the Israel stuff, but really mess with it. Like, is real? No. I slam, which then is like pro-Islam, but putting it into like breaking up the words just enough to mess with people's heads. That's I got to figure out how to do it right because it's such a weird idea, I guess.
It's a very fine line, but I fucking like it. Like as soon as you do that, I'm like, listen, puns are like my favorite thing. So it's like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that one. That's fucking good.
Yeah. Hot takes. I don't know. There's a bunch of people that do a lot of hot takes, and most of them are really bad. And so I usually use those as some inspiration of like, no, let's do it right.
Right. Let's just have a real motherfucking hot take. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's just metal, like, especially like the what I find most funny is like all the beefs that now are floating around in like the divorced dad rock fucking genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the dude from Disturbed and shit. Like, there's like beefing on stage with like when the other person's not there. Like, what are we doing, man? We're just making fucking content videos to send to the other guy. Like, that's crazy.
It's really weird. Like everyone wants to troll in order to get attention, and it works. It's easy. It's the easy way out without giving any real content or opinions or ideas or anything. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'll get the views that I need to make it work, and I do that too, but I try to do it at least a little bit better.
Yeah, no, I think you do. I think you do it the best out of anybody I've seen, at least on TikTok. Like, is just, I think it's hilarious, and like, I don't know, dude. Like, metal beefs in general is fucking like is the funniest shit ever. Like it's like slam, then they treat it like it's gangster rap. Like that's why I heard Peeling Fresh the other day, like equating fucking like slam to gangster rap, and I was like, that's a good comparison, dude, because it's that ridiculous, but like it somewhat takes itself serious enough that you're like, okay, like.
Well, that's the funny thing about slam, and I think a lot of people don't. People think that Peeling Flesh is doing something new and different, but like it's always been equated to gangster rap within the community. Like the word that we call ourselves is, or so I don't know. Do you know what slam fans are usually called?
No, dude. Like this is my slam education.
All right. It actually started when death metal, like the original death metal scene, hated slam because they thought that it was taking too much fashion sense from hip hop, and the rhythms were way too basic, like hip hop, and so they ended up calling slam fans wiggers. And then the slam community was like, yeah, okay, we're wiggers, we're good.
Right, like, we're good with that.
That's fine. It's always been like hip hop related. It's been hip hop adjacent. Like to me, it's always been the death metal version of hip hop. So
that's
okay, you guys can try and use it as an epithet, but we can own it and then not care, and then just make us all look bad, I guess.
Right? Yeah, we're taking the whole ship down with us. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Like I did not know that. Like slam's like. You know what I'm saying? Like slam's not anything I've just, like I said, that's why when I first asked you about it, like I'm like, I do want to know about it because like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Peeling Flesh is like obviously getting like people into it more and
Hmm.
stuff or whatever. And there's other bands that I've like, like I follow like the Slam Worldwide, like YouTube and stuff, or whatever, just like catching new stuff. And that's where I found that K9 band I was talking about
Hmm.
and stuff
Yeah.
or whatever. And like, okay, I kind of like those kind of bands. I was like, okay, I get it. Like I can see I see what we're going for here and that kind of thing. And just Peeling Flesh has just randomly popped up on my YouTube a bunch. And I watched a bunch of interviews with them and like, I don't know, like fucking, I always think it's like, black dudes in metal, I think like are like a weird anomaly, but they're always so fucking cool. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like the dude from Peeling Flesh is like no exception. It's like, all right,
Oh
man,
yeah.
I fucking get it. Like, so
Yeah, no,
that whole
he's awesome. I got to meet him once, and yeah, Peeling Flesh is just fantastic band. I like to, I got to poke at them a little bit just because that's for my brand. But no, I'd go see them any day of the week because their shows are insane every time.
right. Yeah, no, they look like they're out there killing it. And like it's funny because like my dad's actually the one that got me into like Peeling Flesh and stuff or whatever. Because like he likes metal too. Like likes heavy. He's a 6 feet under fan, like through and through type shit. So like you know what I'm saying? Like and he's just like every now and then I was talking like, what are you listening to? Or he'll send me videos and like the other day he's like, dude, Peeling Flesh. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like and like I don't know, like it's just pretty interesting. Like I stumbled upon like To the Grave too. I don't know if they're Slam, but like I do like To the Grave. Like just To the Grave's one of those bands is like I heard the guitar tone and I was just like, what the fuck is that? That sort of thing. Like
Yeah,
it's
I always
it's
think of them as a little more of a deathcore band, but I'm sure they have some slams in there too.
they have like especially some of their newer stuff is like it's all and like some of their newer stuff is all like vegan based. It's all like dead animals and like you know what I'm saying, like very like poignant political shit. And I was like, oh dude, these dudes are serious about the vegan thing. Holy shit. Like
Nice. Yeah,
so
that's
yeah.
great. I mean, yeah, the it's a throwback to cattle decapitation because that was always like some of the best. I don't know, way to poke fun at people that do like, okay, we're gonna be vegan or vegetarian, and here's why. Shove it in
Right.
your face, and like it's a great tool.
Yeah, it's a good platform. And like
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, like all these bands now, like fucking just like the artwork and stuff that's coming out is like all of it's so crazy and brutal. Like
Hmm.
and like I don't know, like that's part of like I think that should be studied like as an art form in itself. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
do art for a living, and it's like I look at that stuff and I'm just like, dude, like sometimes I think I do crazy art, and then I see some of that shit and I go, okay, respect,
Uh,
because like it's fucking from a crazy place, and
It's
like
it's a wild different understanding of art. Like to me, metal is how can you create the most grotesque, chaotic awfulness, but still make it enjoyable. Like turn it into something beautiful. And that's what I love. That's why I'm always into the most extreme stuff, is because I find that beauty in that insanity. So
right. Yeah, I agree. And that's it. Like, even I'm sure some of the bands you listen to, it's like hard to like the thing I go with Darko is like when people hear it, they just go like, this is like just crazy fucking like that dude's not even playing guitar. He's just like fucking like Tom Morelloing it and shit. I'm like, I know, but it sounds crazy and awesome, doesn't it?
yeah.
And like the more brutal, it's really hard to explain to somebody that like is not super into metal. Like, no, listen, yeah, like deathcore's okay, but I need something that's like gonna break my fucking teeth. Like I need it to sound like it's shoveling gravel, like fucking that sort of shit. Like
Yeah.
so, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like
Opeth was always the one that I was able to get a lot of people to be, oh, okay, that's why you can enjoy this kind of music. Like, okay, there's because they have the best like transition of like normal, beautiful melodies, and then turn it into something that's aggressive and heavy and awesome. And it,
right,
it makes sense for a lot of people. And I've had lots of friends that have been okay with it because of that.
right. Like they kind of see like, okay, I see the musical value in this, and like the beauty of like, okay, we can take two kind of contrasting things and make them fucking awesome. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fucking so like you like me, like I assume you like you stay up on like new releases and stuff and like trying to find new bands and stuff, whatever. Like that's the hardest. That's I tell people like people all the time like, oh, metal sucks now and blah blah blah. I'm like, it doesn't suck. It's just oversaturated with like kind of bullshit that you have to. It's fucking you have to dig through the shit to get to the diamonds, but like they're out there, but you just have to go find them. And like when
Yeah.
you do, you're like, oh, dude, this is fucking. I'm so happy I found this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean it's hard for any band to get going, any band to get started, and there's just so many of them. But luckily, every metal fan wants to go see a live band. Like there's some people that hate live experiences, but for the most part, like there's always an audience for it. As long as the band's putting themselves out there, making their trail and their mark. I went to a show last week where with a couple of grind bands, and it was like 15 people in the room, and it was a good time. We all had a great time, but I talked to the headliner, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't even have like an online presence or anything." So that's if you're not
Damn.
making the dent, then yeah, you're gonna try touring, and you're barely gonna be able to pay for the gas. It's hard.
Yeah, no, it's I'm like that's what I used to do. I used to do like tour management and management. And so I used to tell people like sometimes you have to like as much as like this is fun just to do and make music, like you also have to treat it like a job and like there's the whole thing, especially now when like record labels are less important now than I think than ever because like you know what I'm saying, like literally like you have the online platform. You
Yeah,
have what record labels used to give you available to you. So you just have to like go do the work,
yeah.
you know. So like
I mean, yeah. The layers of the record labels is now crazy. Like if you can just get yourself a following online, then that's the best way to get started. I think Brat started on TikTok. Really, like they had a couple of singles and stuff that they were doing, but they built their own following. I think they're signed to like Prosthetic Records now, maybe, and they're touring with like Napalm Death, and they're doing everything now. And
right.
that's how it goes. You get started making a small dent in your local scene, and then you level up with some of the bands that you can make and build a following online to find out where your fans are, and then you tour and just make it happen. And then you can have a label that cares. But until you build yourself up on your own, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, I think doing that work of like wanting to put out like even if it's like the whole vibe of like less production value and stuff, like knowing that like that's your thing, that's your vibe, that, you know, like kind of feeling everything out and like knowing like the whole like even if it's just staying on brand is like kind of sell out as that sounds like well, this is our brand and we're gonna stay true to it. Most of the time people react to that more than if you're like just all over the board type shit. You know what I'm saying? I think like
Yeah. Yeah, there's some bands that can get away with that, but for the most part, yeah, you gotta just focus in on your key audience and grow that as much as you can until you feel like you've maxed it out, and then see if there's anyone willing to take you to that next level or not. And it's a hard path to go, and I haven't done it, but I've been around. I've done some promotions for local shows. I worked for Century Media for a while. Like I've done stuff enough to know how it all works, but yeah, I can't get into a band and focus on it.
right. No, listen, I don't think I at my age now I could even tour. Like I was thinking about this the other day and like 10 years ago, cool. I could spend 9 months on the road. Now, I would feel like I would fucking die, dude. That's too much, bro. It's
Yeah,
being homeless with a bunch of musicians, basically. Like,
bro. I when I see like bands like Suffocation and Cannibal Corpse, they're touring like 6 months or so out of the year. It's just like, dude, that is their day job. That is they know what they're doing, but it's a hard life to live. I
it,
couldn't do it.
it is, dude. I tell people, I'm like, it's literally like being homeless with your favorite musician. That's what it is, man. Like, it's literally, it's so crazy. Like, just hoping people show up to the show sometimes, having enough gas to get to the next place, making sure the promoter pays your guarantee. It's amazing. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, but it's still going. It's been around for what, 45 years, at least on the extreme side.
yeah.
So it's awesome.
And I think it's thriving. Like, I don't know, like your views on the scene now, as opposed to like since you've been a metalhead for a long time. Like people bitch about like the scene, like any type of scene, like in the metal scene, like even like 15, 20 years ago. I'm like, dude, compared to 15, 20 years ago, like as shitty as people are now and like bitching, complain, like, dude, 20 years ago it was a fucking shit show, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's. I think there's a better scene now than probably 10 years ago for sure. And I think it's because of social media, like because everybody's finding a new trending song and everybody's jumping onto it. Like it's really giving a chance to small artists that would never get a chance 10 years ago. So there's better opportunity in some ways, but it's just harder and different.
yeah, it's a little bit more saturated. I do like to see bands that have been around for a long time kind of re-emerging and re-thriving. Like I like the Acacia strain. I have a tattoo fucking of Death is the Only Mortal tattooed on the side of my neck. Like, and the fact that like there's a bunch of kids now that like love the Acacia strain and the fact like they just go to shows and be like, well, people to fucking die here, like whatever. But then like, you know, like their whole fucking messaging And now like kids, I see them all over TikTok. I'm like, that's fucking great. Like they haven't really been popular in like the last 7 or 8 years, and now like
Yeah,
everybody's just loving them again. I'm like, I
yeah,
fucking because of social media and shit like that, it's fucking really cool to
yeah.
see like bands like that thriving again because like they're still out there fucking doing good, fucking killing it.
Well, it's crazy to see the bands coming back out. Like there's I think I forget. I was just looking at one of the bands, but they put out one album that was pivotal in like the early '90s, and I think they're thinking about coming back out, maybe doing some shows, kind of like Acid Bath is doing. Like Acid Bath didn't do anything for decades, and that people just still loved them, and so now they're doing shows and they're selling out shows. It's great.
You know,
So
you know what's crazy? I've noticed at least with the festival circuit in America, even some in Europe, literally fucking all of a sudden half the bands are like modern metal bands, and then half the bands are bands that were popular when I was in high school. And it's like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, why is this Ozfest 98 mixed with fucking whatever festival this is now? Like, it's so crazy to see like bands I literally had not heard of since like then, like Dry Kill Logic and like just crazy weird old metal bands from the late 90s. Like, how are they even still a band?
yeah, what is it, Alicia or something like that? They just did I think a small tour or something like that. They
Yeah.
haven't been around for 20 years. Like, and I get it. Like that's been the thing is, which I think is kind of funny, and why I do go by Slamdad is because a lot of metalheads like they take 10 years off when they have kids, have a family, and stuff like that. You just can't keep up with it. But
Yeah.
it's so funny to see the bands that probably have gone through that and now they're able to go back on tour because their kids are old enough and still having a great fan base, having a great time.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. Like
Yeah,
it's funny to see where it's like literally it's like, dude, I'm pretty sure System of a Down headlined a festival in forever, and all of a sudden like their own festivals and like
yeah.
I don't
And
know.
they still don't even want to put out an album. I think they're just like, we'll just play shows when it's convenient to us and we'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, they're like, ah, fuck it, we did this. It's fine. Like, was there some fucking controversy with them here lately?
um Not really. I think like on the political side of it, there's some people that throw a tantrum because I think their drummer is kind of like MAGA, but
Oh,
Surge is obviously not. And
right.
but then he'll do interviews and like, yeah, we all get along great. We're great friends. So that's why we can still just do tours and play as we wish because it makes sense for us as a band and do what we want to do.
Right.
And they have no interest in doing an album. Like I think that's the funny part is like putting out an album when you have such high acclaim is like I don't know if I want to anymore.
Right. Like I feel like I might fail us. So let's just keep doing what we were doing
Yeah.
from before. Like
Versus the Metallica ethic, which is like I'll just put out whatever shit I can think of, and
God.
people still buy it. People still love it.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like I tell people, like, just don't buy one album. They'll fucking stop, please. Like,
Oh man, yeah. All of the Metallica material is just like I don't know. I always get surprised by people that still will love on them as much as they do. It's like, really? Are you sure?
yeah, like, have you really listened to anything in the last 25 years?
I
Like,
know. Yeah,
even
great.
even the
I have respect for them. I'm glad that they are who they are. They made a big impact, but like I don't. Yeah, there's nothing that's really like calling me to care about them anymore.
at all, even like people like harken back to the Black Album and stuff. Where I'm like, to me at this point, after that album's been played so much, that to me is kind of when Metallica started to suck. So like anything before that, I'm okay with. But like, I'm not also listening to it on a daily basis. Like I'm
Huh,
not out here fucking rooting on those guys. Like who give a
yeah.
shit? But they're
No,
still
it's
headlining festivals and
yeah.
crazy.
They still have their scene. They still have the diehard fans, and I think they fit in. Like I've seen articles where there's a lot of people that will fall in love with music when they're in their youth, and then they don't really need to move on from it. And I think they're a great band for that. But then there's a lot of people like us that are always going to be looking for the next band that's still going to be awesome, and they'll hold on to whatever was dear to you, but keep on finding new stuff because it's always interesting and it changes your perspective on the world.
Yeah, no, new music. Like I crave new music, dude. After like so long of like that's what always happens. Like I always have like a backlog of shit that I'm like 2 months behind on because like one album will grab me and all of a sudden I'll be like, okay, fucking and I get locked onto that for like a month and I come back like, oh, there's so many fucking albums I missed now. Fucking Jesus. And it's like
Yeah,
this constant backlog. But like I tell people finding new music, I think is the greatest thing, dude. Like and I just cycle music out. Like I'll go back to it and listen to it every now and then, but like I'm not out here talking about like the heydays of 2008 or something. Like,
No.
you know, it's like, dude, I think shit coming out nowadays is like there's still very interesting, very awesome shit coming out, and like there's and now I think there's more metal than ever, and it's like anybody can find kind of their niche in metal. Like niche metal, like it's kind of become less niche because it's like, well, there's a space for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We can all kind of like, and things like slam are getting bigger and fucking bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's like little niches are growing into like, all right, this is like a fucking people like dig this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the coolest thing is like to see the scenes grow and see all the different people that come out to shows is just awesome. Like I live in a small town in the middle of California, and there's a good variety of people that will come out to these shows, even if it's like bands that no one's ever heard of. They just show up, then they'll have a good time and enjoy it, and like it's still growing. Like to see a metal scene that just keeps growing from the beginning and on, it's awesome. And the only way to do it is to keep up with all of the new bands and support everyone that's coming through as they're growing. So
Yeah, I think it's cool. Like even like when I don't know, I know you like you like some metalcore. Like the new Orthodox album when Orthodox came out, like I fucking really locked onto that album. Like I went and saw Orthodox, and it was like there was like 200 people there, and I was like, I guess this band was bigger in my mind because I really liked them. But like I got there and there was like nobody there, and I was just like,
yeah,
oh okay, that's
yeah,
cool. Like that's fucking cool. So
yeah.
like
No,
like
I
and
mean, I'm
then
surprised. That's a recognizable name, and like I don't think I've heard them, but a lot I know of them enough, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably. I mean, they're still growing. They're what they have how many albums?
3 or 4, I think that
Oh
was like
really?
maybe 3 albums and an EP. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
dang,
since
yeah,
like
I didn't know they.
2016, I think. It's crazy though because like literally when I saw them this last time, I saw them in Columbus because I'm from Central Ohio, and so like I saw them in Columbus, and like I was saw one kid that used to be the drummer in like an opening band when I used to throw shows like way like in like 2009, and I saw him. I was like, oh hey Mike, what's up? What are you doing? Are you promoting the show or whatever? He's like, I'm the drummer in Orthodox, and I was like, what? Like that's crazy. And so like,
Yeah,
yeah, it was just so crazy to see like, oh shit, this kid grew up and like joined a real ass band and like is fucking it was I don't know, it's just really cool. That tour was
yeah.
really cool because like it had Omerta on it, which is
Oh
like a
wow.
crazy yeah, like it was like Omerta, Mugshot, and Orthodox were like the 3 main ones.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, that's yeah. You got to have like a giant name to really be a bigger show to have the
Yeah,
headliner be something that like most people would know of. But yeah, those
right.
bands are pretty underground overall. I mean,
Yeah, overall, but like I just just seeing Omerta crazy because like seeing them live because like you hear them and I'm like I saw them and I was like, who are these 5 little Mexican kids? Like they're out there destroying. I was like, all right, this is and it was a weird kind of tour, but it was really cool to go
yeah,
see. And like I'm 6'6", so like I like was taking video from the back and I sent it to my friend and she was like, I forget how tall you are because like there's 15 people deep and you could see to the stage. And I'm like, I know. And so like, but it was just not that many people. She's like, it looks like a lot of people there, but like I was like, it's really not, dude. Like I'm really at the back. Like there's
right.
nobody behind me. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it was pretty cool to see though. Like it's I don't know, local shows I think are thriving more than I think ever. Like
Hmm.
even with ticket prices, but like I mean it wasn't unreasonable for those like ticket prices nowadays are out of control. Like I know you go to a lot of shows like I can only imagine what you paid for Sleep Token tickets. I know what I paid the last time I went to Sleep Token. It was $400 for 2 tickets. So
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. It
it
was
was
I think probably 300 per ticket. So yeah, it
yeah.
was a nightmare. But the whole family wanted to see them, so it'll be a good time. We'll have a good time.
That's dope. That's really cool. Yeah, Sleep Token is one of those metal bands that you can kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go with the whole family type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Like, I got to see. I was just telling somebody the other day about like all the concerts I've been to over the years, and I was like, I got to see the only concert I've ever been to with my dad and my sister was I got to go to Ozfest 2004, but we got to see like Iron Maiden, we got to see the original lineup of Black Sabbath, and it was just like that's the shit we grew up on with my dad. And so like seeing that was like, oh dude, like I've been to a lot of really cool concerts and like got to do guest vocals and all kinds of shit. Nothing was cooler than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just good seats seeing that shit. So like I can only imagine what going to see Sleep Token is probably like. Fucking everybody likes him too. It's not you're not just a dad, like I guess I'll take the kids to go see Sleep Token. Like
Yeah. Yeah, no, my wife is excited. Everybody's excited to go see him, and then I got to take him to go see Amon Amarth a couple of years ago, and that was a fantastic time too. Like huge stage setup with their whole Viking thing, and it was just a fantastic time.
Viking metal is one of those crazy fun, like the little subgenres of like Viking metal is like, listen, not what I listen to every day, but pretty fun just to see. Like
Oh
these dudes
yeah.
are out here fucking on brand all the way through. So
Oh yeah. I love the pirate metal if you're really just wanting to drink and be dumb.
pirate metal is pretty fun, dude. Like there's all those little things like, and it's crazy to see like this shit like slam used to be kind of considered like that. And now people like, everybody's like, I hear more about slam than I ever have ever. And it's like, I was like, maybe I should fucking look into this. And then I started hearing bands because, I'm saying? Like, if you don't, I guess, if you don't really listen to a genre, you hear other people talk about the genre, you're like, oh, and you have like some sort of like, I heard that one time and I didn't like it. So like, you just have like that preconceived notion. And then all of a sudden, like you catch it and you're like, oh, I get the point in this now.
Yeah. I mean, it's super simple music. Like anyone can catch the rhythm and have a good time with it. Or you could just hear it and say that's awful. That sounds awful. I don't want to be anywhere near it. And I get both sides of it, but I've always been there for it. And dude, I've seen so many bands that I saw Cephalotripsy like in 2015 when they were just coming back around, and it was so crazy to be able to see them. And I've seen Cranium. Cranium is like one of those bands from Europe that just never comes over here. I'm friends with some of the guys in Party Cannon. Like it's just fun to know who the bands are and have some kind of connection to all of it. It's a great scene.
Yeah, no, I love going through like just visiting old like bands that I toured with, or like you're like meeting the kid like that's in Orthodox now, and I'm like, oh shit, like I know somebody in one of my favorite bands now. That's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
so like that sort of thing, like it's all very connected and very cool. Like fucking, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what are
Yeah,
some of the other?
I don't know of any other scene or style where you can be so well. You can meet anybody you want, really. If you just go to the shows, you can meet the people.
Super accessible, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was at a local show, couple weeks ago, and Matt Harvey from Exhumed was there. He was just hanging out at the bar, and one of his friends from the Bay Area came down, and he was just wanted to go see him, and said hi, and it was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. Like I don't know. It is super, especially with social media now. Like literally, like I just Dustin from Filth, the lead singer of Filth. Literally, like I just hit them up on Instagram, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll do it." And I was like, oh, "Fuck yes, dude!" Like,
Yeah.
That's how I've gotten every metal band that I've gotten on here, or any guests. Or just I've hit them up on their Instagram and TikTok, and they've gotten back to me like, yeah, "Sure." I'm like, "Fucking." Dude, like 10 years ago, you had to like call booking agents and fucking publicity people and all kinds of shit. And now you're just like, I just feel like I'll hit somebody up on Instagram and they'll fucking answer you back. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like I said, that's the scene of metal. Like it's so easy and approachable for at least the underground side of it. You know, it's the only way I get a response out of some of the bigger name bands is if I pick on them enough and and they care.
all of a sudden, like, whoa, who's this guy?
Yeah, very much.
Who's the biggest band you've got a response out of?
I mean, definitely Ronnie Radke's the biggest one. Um, I can't think of anybody else that's like super notable. Yeah, no,
I can't believe
just
Ronnie
Ronnie.
engaged with you that much. I mean, I guess I can because he seems to like. I'm like, how do you produce music, dude? That's all you do is online fucking responding to people all day. It seems like.
Yeah, exactly. He's always going to be there, able to reach out to people. But like, I picked on Alex Terrible a lot, and he won't touch me. He just doesn't want to get anywhere near me. So whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
fuck it.
yeah, I picked on Metallica a ton early on, but they were not there. They have management. I don't even think they know how to use phones. They're so old.
Yeah, dude, those dudes are like 80 years old. Is there? I feel like there's a point where like, just like we should take, like old drivers, and you're like, bro, listen, I gotta take the keys. I feel like
Yeah,
Metallica's at that point in their career, like, hey man, listen, you could have went out on your shield like 10 albums ago, but that time has passed. So let's wrap it up, kids. Like,
exactly. I can't believe, but like at least Dave Mustaine's gonna call it quits. But yeah, Metallica's just gonna ride that lightning until they're dead.
I'm telling you, brother, like it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that Dave Mustaine and Metallica still have a beef. It's like it's almost as old as I am, and
Yeah.
literally they're still out here talking shit about each other in videos. Like, oh my god, guys, drop it, dude. Nobody cares. Old guys bickering now. Like,
I mean, I guess to some extent, like when music artists do bicker and have fights, that's what kind of gets them to be more notorious. Like Varg is notorious just because he killed the bandmate. Like, all right, that's the thing. And the same thing happened within the rap music. Like that's always been a thing. So
yeah. But I think like rap beefs. I think like I don't listen to rap really at all, but like literally like rap beefs, like just going on fucking YouTube and like watching videos about rap beefs. I'm like, this is wildly interesting, dude. Like, I think the beefs sometimes inside the scene are just as fun too, because you're like, what are these dudes arguing about, dude? Like,
yeah, it's all entertainment. So if that's where you got to go to make it happen, yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the shows other than Sleep Token? You got some like other interesting shows coming up or whatever?
I'm gonna go see 6 Feet Under. Yeah, I'm gonna go see them in October too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like I'm trying to lay low. I think there's some other bands coming through. Like there's sorry, it's bugging me. Yeah, so just a bunch of different tours that are going on. I don't know. It's hard for me to get out there because I live in the center of California, which is 3 hours from the Bay Area, 3 hours from LA. So I just get whatever can come through. I'll see them.
That's cool. Fucking what do you like? You have a favorite album?
Hold on.
Okay. I fucking love this guy. I just want that to be noted. He must have had a phone call. So I'm gonna ask him what his favorite album is of this year. And I hope it's something crazy and obscure because that's what this dude specializes in. And it's fucking amazing. I love how like just.
Hey, yeah, I think I gotta call it a day.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. And I'll post this tomorrow, and I'll send you the links and stuff, whatever.
Awesome. No, it was a good time. Thanks for having me, and chat with you more online, I'm sure.
All right, man.
Cool.
See you, buddy. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
So yeah, we got. I guess I'm not gonna ask him that, but shout out Horde. Check out some slam bands. Fucking Peeling Flesh will get you into it. Fucking K9, that sort of thing. All the bands he mentioned. Fucking. But yeah, as always, for y'all OH, y'all back IO. Fucking be nice to people. Go listen to some fucking slam. Listen to good fucking music. Don't be a bitch. No, I love you guys. Have a cursed day.